What's up, my dudes? Valk here. Today I'm going to explain why the new event sucks. Why I don't want to grind it, etc, etc. I'm going to get into it, and I'm going to talk about it. So, we're going to do a run of the event, and if I don't run the absolute perfect team, I'm sorry, but let me make a Savior of the Earth team really quickly. This is a really fun team. Let me make a Savior of the Earth team really fast, because I know people are going to be like, Valk, you didn't run the most optimal team. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care. I don't really care that I didn't run the most optimal team possible. So let's see what else we could throw on here that would make a lot of sense. I mean, Shinji could do crit, and crit would be very nice. Probably you would make a lot of sense. This Goku, unironically, would no. Yeah, this is the SSJ3 Goku, right? Yeah. He actually makes a lot of sense. A lot of people are gonna be like, Valk, what do you mean? Valk, stop cooking. So, I don't think. Oh yeah, Naruto's the buffer too. So now we have this, you. We have our buffers, so we can afford one more good damage unit. I mean, there's not gonna be a whole lot of debuffs on them, but I could. I really could. I'm thinking just go Shiro, just for the damage on the crit. That might be the play, in all honesty. Yeah. I'll probably go Shiro. You guys are gonna be like, what are you doing with the Goku? Anyways, let me get into the event. Well, if I don't fall off the map. Let me get into the event, and let me talk to you guys about why the event sucks. So, basically, here we have the troop shop, and you guys can see the Phantom Mark is a drop that you can get from it. You need Phantom Mark to evo all the troop characters. There's total 7 units. There's 2 SRs. Let me think. There's 1 secret rare, 1 LR, 2 SRs, 3 URs. The 3 URs are Hisoka, Uvajin, Phaeton. The SRs are the bullet lady, the lady with a gun that can shoot like knowledge into people. I forget how she works. And there is the bullet phantom, the giant guy who has Gatling guns in his fingertips. And both of those, well, she is actually pretty good. The SR Truth Phantom, I tested her a little bit. I might do a video on her in the future. Actually pretty good. But the gun guy with the gun in his fingertips, awful, terrible unit. Don't ever use them. As far as URs go, Phaeton is useless, Hisoka is okay, Uvojin is broken, the LR is currently bugged, no idea how good it actually is because it is bugged, and then you guys seen what Krollo does. So that's basically the event. So what does that mean essentially? It means 9 out of 10 times you're pulling somebody absolutely useless. So that's the first thing that makes this thing a lot worse than the Ragna event. Ragna event, every single pull you got was a really good usable unit. You could use any unit. Let me go on the stage and start waffling. You can use any unit in the Ragna event. Now, I do like the map. I'm not going to lie. I think the map design is super sick for this, for the Phantom Parade. I think the map is really, really dope. I think the units are cool looking too. I do think the units' tags are really lazy. A lot of them feel very, very copy-paste from what I've seen. Like the 2 SRs share almost identical tags, except for like 1 or 2. And they're missing some core tags that keep them from like being super viable. Like for some reason, the gun lady, right? I can't remember her name. Her name's like Truth Phantom in the game or whatever. She doesn't have flowers, which was like shocking to me because literally flowers is all the women. So I was like, what? Whenever I saw that she doesn't have flowers, but yeah, she doesn't have flowers at all. That kind of sucks. Let's go ahead. Let's put down. Do I want to put down Naruto early wave? Why did I bring Dennis, by the way? Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and put down Naruto early wave. We're going to put down our Dennis's over here, because, yeah. And then we're going to go ahead and fire it up and let it rip. I'm going to head and do that. And we're going to go from there. So, oh, I have my effects on. That's not good. Let me turn that off. So, yeah, that's like one thing is the units, they don't, like, most of the units just don't feel good. Like, they just don't feel good at all to actually actively use. They feel pretty awful in all honesty. I've seen Hisoka. Hisoka is like a 3 SPA hunter on like a 3 placement, which sounds good, but yeah, it's just not, it's just okay. It's not like awful. Uvojin's really good, but Uvojin's problems, he completely made Gon useless. So hopefully they buff Gon really soon. But we'll see. But Gon's always been in kind of a rough spot, but now Gon's like just completely dead because of Uvajin. So let's go ahead. Let's max out a Naruto completely. That way we can get the actual buff rotating as well. That'll be really nice. Let's go ahead and do this. One more. Un más. Okay, there we go. Now we can get that buff rotating. Then we're going to do this. Buy you. And now we're going to start upgrading this so we can have the infinite money of Dr. Stone. So yeah. That's basically it. Is the units suck, and then this event is hella grindy. Like, I'm on Challenger, right? I'm gonna do a run. I doubt I even get a multi on a single run in Challenger. I doubt I get a multi. I don't know how far this team will go. Now, granted, if you run with a group and you run very optimized, you can get one multi per run. Like, it's entirely doable, right? It's just how bad do you want it kind of thing, right? Like, do you want it that bad? By the way, if you heard my Discord, my bad. I think I have the audio media for it there. But do you want it that bad, like to the point where you're willing to do this? But I don't know. It's all about how bad do you want it for. It's all about how bad do you want it for the multi per run. But it just feels awful, awful, awful to grind. Like awful to grind. All right, so we're gonna do this. Max you out. Then I can come back to you. Come back to you. Come back to you. There's like no point actually activating all of them, but it's just for the funnies. So let's go ahead. Let's put down the Shiro now. 1, 2, 3. I know Shiro doesn't have type advantage, but if we'll keep him on crit, it should be fine, question mark. All right, so next we're going to do this. All right, cool. Then we're going to put the Gokus down. Goku's probably the most confusing choice to all you guys. But if you guys can see, he has a nuke. Which, although Goku not very good, actually, you know what? He's actually not that bad, to be honest, because of the Dr. Stone buff. Dude, I swear, people really underestimate how, like, impactful certain buffs are. No, he's still 10 SPA. 10 SPA is pretty awful. But 10 SPA on 4 placement? It might not be too bad. Like, people really underestimate how impactful, like, base attack buffs are. Base attack buffs are just super, 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 super impactful. But yeah, here we go. We got him with the Giga range and full AoE, and I think we're done placing everybody at that point. Yeah, we are. So now we're just waiting on the raise attack scale up. Once raise attack gets scaled up, then we're big chilling. I think we bought all of our Dr. Stone upgrades. Yeah, that's basically everything. Yeah, we didn't need Dennis. I knew we didn't need Dennis, but I kind of forgot he was there. So yeah, we're kind of just chilling now. But anyways, like I was saying before, this event is just really, really grindy. It's way grindier than Dragon Kingdom was. This event's so grindy to the point where I am like debating calling it worse than Valentines. Which, if you guys know anything about Valentines, you know that's like that's a big monk of W. That's like a what? How can something be worse than that? But that's genuinely where I'm at with it. 4.21 mil, dude. Naruto's so good on his 7 SPA. That's genuinely where I'm at with it. I think this event's just insanely grindy to like for no reason. I don't know why they made this event so grindy, but it just sucks. I really don't like it. I don't plan on grinding it too much. Like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do my summons, and this will probably be like the last time I grind this event, period. Like, I know Chrollo's busted. I know the LR Puppet Phantom is really, really, like, cool. I know he's really unique. I know they all do a bunch of cool stuff. But for the most part, 90% of the time, whenever you summon a unit in this game mode, you are just going to get, like, you're going to get some cheeks. Like, you're not going to get anything good. Yeah, this is why I wanted the Goku. See how low the cooldown is on it? The cooldown on his ability is super low, as well as it's just a nuke. It's just a good nuke, because it takes the attack of all units to all enemies. Which, if you think about it, because the way the game's working right now and everybody's getting such crazy high attack stats, that this is actually starting to become pretty damn good. Spirit Bomb is actually starting to be good because you can reach such crazy attack stats now with everybody. And also 2 mil superpower on a 10 SPA. I mean, 10 SPA kind of sucks, but But 2 mil superpower with type advantage at this stage is actually pretty damn good. Like, this might be somebody you consider using just for this stage. Imagine imagine trying to tell somebody that, yeah, the Dragon Ball units are alright. But this is what I mean by base attack buffers. Like, I don't know what they're doing, but they add a lot of base attack buffers. And it's scary because of how important or how impactful base attack buffers are to basically everything. He's at 8 build. It's actually pretty respectable. All in all, the Shiros are pretty low. Naruto's definitely doing the most. Naruto's got the most work going for him. This is probably it. So we're going to skip here. We're going to auto skip, and we're just going to let it rock until get as much score as we can, as much points as we can, see how many we get at the end of this. This is the first time I tried it on Challenger. I'm genuinely curious how much I get on Challenger, because on Insane, you get like 17k a run, right? So I'm genuinely curious how much you get on Challenger. Let's see. About the same, and it's about half the time. So yeah, I recommend running on Challenger, because you get about the same amount. So now you can see we get 15k points a run, basically. If you're running solo, like I said, you can get a multi a run, but realistically, you're going to be taking like 3 runs per multi. And then whenever you summon, odds are you are only getting SRs. The odds of getting the SRs are really high. I don't know exactly what they are, but this is an event you really are going to just have to macro. Like, I know with Valentines, I recommended people macroing, but I'm going to be honest with you, this event does not feel playable unless you macro. Like, it just doesn't. Like, let me do my 3 little summons real quick, see if I can get something other than an SR. Yeah, you guys can see, like, this is what I was talking about. Like, whenever I was doing it earlier, I did, like, 3 multis, and I got, like, basically all SRs. I got 1 Hisoka. That's what I got. Yeah, this event's just awful. Like, you're going to do this, you're going to run in here, you're going to grind, and then you'll spend an hour to get, like, a multi, and then that multi is going to be, like, all SRs. And the SRs are pretty much awful. Actually, like I said, the Bullet Phantom, or not the Bullet Phantom, the Truth Phantom, the lady with the actual revolver, she's good, but she's on weird categories. Like, let me show you guys what I mean. For some reason, she doesn't have Flower at all. And then she leads Vengeful Justice, but she's not on Vengeful Justice. And then if you compare this to Bullet Phantom, it feels like they literally just copy-pasted the tags. Because you can see, like, they're almost the exact same. And he doesn't even have a leader skill. They're almost the exact same in terms of tags. It feels like they just copy-pasted it. It's just, I don't know. This event's just awful. I don't recommend doing it unless you really like Crollo. And if you do, you really, really do like Crollo, then I highly suggest macroing this event, because actually playing it is just, yeah, it's just not going to be a good time. Because I've seen people going in and, like, turning in millions of points and not getting Crollo. So I don't know what the actual rates are for Crollo, but they're not good. Anyways, that's enough of the yap. I yapped for so much. This was such like a scattered-brained video, but I've yapped so much of this. TLDR, the video, I'm not doing the event. If you guys want to do it, more power to you. But the units suck for the most part. I mean, Crollo's busted, Ubujin's busted, but 2 out of 7 isn't enough to entice me to actually do an event. If they were all good, then maybe we could talk about it, but the way it is right now, and then they all have Evos too. That's another thing. On the Ragna event, only 1 unit had an Evo, and that was a secret. None of the other units have an Evo. The LR doesn't have an Evo, obviously, but yeah, you guys can see every last SR and UR from the event has Evos, in which you need the Phantom marks and all. Then yeah, no, and you're going to Evo them just for them to be some mid. Yeah, I don't recommend doing this event. Just wait. I think there's a Mashal update coming soon, because I saw a Mashal teaser. But outside of that, I would wait for the Mashal update, see what that is. Hey, maybe that's pretty cool, but I think this update kind of just sucks. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.